You're in Braves country. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks. Changing speeds east and west. A gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright. The father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play. Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones. Andrew let her fly. And his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts. A plenty from Strider. The quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez. Javi to B-Mac. Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog. He won 355. Could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P's still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking. The top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy. The big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler. Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren. Skip Carey 2. Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren. Spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young. The game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the Great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves Country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
Me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes?
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub cup. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bang? It's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead! A hanger, and she's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Breen. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first, and here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose what stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. And if we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little. I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
Brown beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and playing shortstop, C.J. Abrams. 4 home runs, 14 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .304. James Wood batting second, playing left. 11 home runs, 24 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .273. Lowe is at first and batting third. 7 home runs, 29 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .236. Hubert Ruiz is behind home plate, batting cleanup. 2 home runs, 14 RBI, a .299 average. Rosario is at third base, batting fifth. 2 home runs, 9 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .282. Josh Bell, the designated hitter, batting sixth. 5 home runs, 14 RBI, a .138 average. Dylan Cruz batting seventh and playing right. 5 home runs, 10 RBI, 10 stolen bases, batting .186. Tena is batting eighth and playing second. 2 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .239. And Jacob Young is batting ninth and in center field. He has 5 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .212. On the mound for the Washington Nationals, it's Mike Soroka. He's 0-2 with a 7.2 ERA, 1.3 whip, 10 innings, 10 hits, 11 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a home run served. He'll be going head-to-head with Spencer Schwellenbach. Schwellenbach is 1-3 with a 3.61 ERA, a 1.12 whip, 47 innings, 43 strikeouts, 44 hits allowed, 9 walks, 5 home runs served. Going to bat for your Atlanta Braves in the bottom of the first inning. Leading off and playing left field, it's Alex Verdugo. A .250 average, 8 RBI, 1 stolen base. Batting second, playing third, Austin Riley. .284 clip with 8 home runs, 25 RBI, 2 stolen bases. Batting third, playing first, Matt Olson. A .224 average with 7 home runs, 21 RBI. Marcell Ozuna batting cleanup, the designated hitter. 6 home runs, 15 RBI, batting .271. Drake Baldwin is batting fifth and behind home plate. 3 home runs, 9 RBI, a .303 clip. And Ozzie Albies batting sixth, playing second. He's got a .207 average. 5 home runs, 15 RBI, 5 stolen bases. Batting seventh and patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, Michael Harris II. 3 home runs, 25 RBI, tied with the team lead. 7 stolen bases, batting .234. Eli White is in right field and batting eighth. 2 home runs, 9 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .282. Nick Allen batting ninth and playing short. 7 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .260. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Austin Jones. Your first base umpire, Chad Fairchild. Second base is Big Bill Miller. And down the third base line, it's Ben May. Game time temperatures here at Truist Park expected to be about 72 degrees. The wind blowing in from right gently at about 5 miles an hour. Slight chance of rain that may delay the beginning of this game. 45% chance at first pitch. After that, it's pretty smooth sailing. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 225 on the money line. The over-under 8.5. Our pick to click tonight. Not many have seen Mike Soroka, so you can't go off of that. Of course, the ex-Atlanta Brave has not faced his former team much. Ozuna was 2 for 9 versus Soroka, but that was way back when Soroka was Soroka. Verdugo just 0 for 2. No one else has faced him in the lineup. We're going to go with the Drake. If he gets a couple of flat sliders by Soroka, we may be dancing. Give me your Atlanta Braves to put some runs on the board. We'll take the Atlanta Braves to win this one going away, maybe finally have a little bit of a laugher. Give me the Braves to win this one 8-2. Key to the game tonight, take advantage of the starting pitcher. Mike Soroka is a shell of his former self. You can see that in his ERA, and you can see it in his stuff. since his injuries, unfortunately, because we always liked Soroka. He's always pulling for him. But he's not the pitcher he used to be, so don't let him come out here and spin 4 or 5 shutties. You need to get on him early and get into that Washington bullpen, ranked dead last in Major League Baseball. The more we get into that bullpen, the more it's going to pay dividends, not just tonight, but tomorrow night and Thursday. Long series means if you can get into that bullpen and make them punt a game or two, you've got a darn good chance, not just at a 3-1 series win, but you might even be able to get the brooms out. And if Schwellenbach is on form, Braves should be off to a pretty good lead when he exits the game around the 6th or 7th. One more thing before first pitch. If you missed the announcement, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred removed Pete Rose, Shoeless Jackson, and other deceased players from the Major League permanently ineligible list. Manfred ruled that the Major League Baseball punishment of banned individuals ends upon their death. I still believe too little too late, but it's time to put Shoeless Joe and the rest in the Hall of Fame. They've done their time, even the guys who actually broke the rules. I still stand that Shoeless Joe, there's no proof he actually did. But even the guys that definitely did throw the World Series, bet on baseball, bet on their team, it's time to let them in upon their merits on what they did on the field. Enough time has passed, and I still stand with the idea that the ones that cheated with roids don't belong in the Hall and never should. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
All right. I see John. He big CT in here today. Jameson wants to know why you set the stream up so early. Son, do you think I just got all the time in the world? When I start a series, I do them all at once. We've been doing that for years. I used to do them a week at a time. Now I usually do them about 3 or 4 days. But I do them all at once because I don't have time to mess around with that nonsense. You got to make the cards and all that crap. All right, I know you're a kid. You don't get, time is precious, but Kay, good to see you. Charlie Fritz, Uncle Charlie Fritz, good to see you. I know I saw King James Hagan in here. Who do we got? B.A. Baracus, Brian Andrews. Daryl and his other brother Daryl. They're up in here. Good to see you. Nathaniel Brooks. Helion. She wants Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. I think that's a popular sentiment. John. Who else do we have in here? I'm assuming Joyce will be in here, or is already in here. Jason Adams. Edward Spry, world drummer. There we go. Now we're rolling. Neil Pearson. Who else do we have kicking in here? Mark Ricky Ricardo, Gary the Real McCoy, Luke. Is that Luke Duke? Good to see you, Luke. Tim Powell in the house. There's Joyce. Swamp Boy. Thomas. And Justin Green Machine. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We have some clips to play for you today. We'll be back in a flash. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
All right, y'all, we're going to get into last night's clips real quick. As we'll start the first one off. It's Alex Verdugo post-game. He had the big game-winning RBI, and what was going through his mind at the time?
Thanks, Brandon.
Alex, before we get to the swing, how does that double bubble hat feel?
It feels good, man. Doesn't fit me as good as Baldwin's head, but you know, it feels good, man. We got the job done.
Take me inside that at bat, slider after slider after slider. Did you ever get off the fastball?
No, I mean, I faced that guy a good amount of times, but I mean, honestly, guys with two-seamers love to run them in, so I just kind of stayed ready for that. I was surprised to see like 6-7 straight sliders. I was kind of like, oh, what's going on here? But you know, I knew at some point he was going to leave one out over, and he did, and you know, we put a good swing on it.
Another key ingredient in that inning beyond the Eli White base at Nick Allen laying down the sack. But what can you say about his toughness after a tough top of the ninth?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Eli starting it off right there, you know, it kind of takes the pressure off of Allen. You know, Allen just does a team at bat thing, get him over, and, you know, basically puts the faith in me and Riley behind us, kind of just, you know, knowing that someone's going to get it done. And, I mean, for me, having Riley back there is just a big relief, too, knowing that, hey, all I got to do is just get that guy over, and, you know, he's going to put a good swing on it, too. So for us, it's a team win, you know, and we feel good out here. We just got to keep it going.
Alex, thanks for your time. Enjoy the crown.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, and then this is Brian Snicker post-game. This is a little lengthier one, kind of goes into everything.
Amazing catch. I asked him coming in. I was like, my God. And he said, you know, and he does. He practices that in batting practice. And he almost made another highlight film. Yeah, that ball in the gap. I thought he was going to run it down. But that's amazing how he can kind of keep it in his gait and everything. He doesn't, his eyes aren't bouncing or whatever, and the coordination to catch those balls is phenomenal.
For Iglesias, he gives up 2 hits on pitches off the plate. He gets his ground ball. I mean, it just feel like it's the best shortstop in the game so far.
And that was kind of a, you know, it's a tough play with a good runner, too, right there. Yeah, I know. Poor Iggy, it's, you know, I know he's not pleased with it. But it's like just the other day, there was just like some balls right out of the reach and hitting the right spot. You know, that ball could have been right at Nick, too. You know what I mean? And then the inning's over, and he gets a save, and he's kind of pitching into some tough luck here, too. He's not getting any balls, any pitch he doesn't execute back either. That's life of a closer, man. Those guys are wired differently to want the ball right there. So we'll just, you know, I think if I'm not mistaken, I have to go back and look, but it seemed like he struggled a little bit early last year. Stuff wasn't quite there, and then he kind of worked through some things and then had the year that he had, which was unbelievable. So, you know, just gotta keep hoping he figures it out.
Ozuna and Verdugo are 2 of those, you said, among those that have been kind of going through it lately, nice for the Seals.
Yeah, it's good. You know, Marcel, especially the RBI single, and, you know, he got on a fastball, and so that was good to see. Yeah, and then I know Verdugo had a little history with that last guy and had a few hits off of it. That was a good at bat. I mean, he fouled off some tough pitches, and, you know, it was big, nice bump by Nick, and it was a good at bat by Eli. You know, kind of Eli's been productive by just kind of spraying the ball around. And, you know, so that was a good one to come back and win.
You don't want to be in some of these spots. But some of the walk-off wins, extra inning wins, it's just kind of a credit to your guys who still fit.
No, they are. Yeah. No, it's great, you know, and it's good to get those wins like that when, you know, we're not swinging the bats team-wise like we know we can. You know, I talked to the guys today. It's just these are good hitters, and they're going to get it going. You know, we're going to get on a roll, and they're going to get hot, and, you know, we just got to keep fighting the fight, you know, as you say, and so.
You never know, like, what's going to happen the next day, but when Michael has a nice catch, when Verdugo has a big hit like this, guys that have been scuffling, you hope that has a lot.
Yeah, you do. You hope that's a good, you know, good feeling for them when they lay their head on the pillow tonight. They feel good about things and wake up ready. You know, they wake up then and ready to come to the ballpark. You know, they can't wait to get here, and because they're riding a good feel, which is a lot of this game. So, you know, Michael had a big RBI, so he didn't swing that bad in Pittsburgh. So hopefully, you know, some signs of him coming around, and, you know, Marcel tonight. So, you know, there's a lot of positives in that game tonight offensively. And hopefully we can just build on that. That's all we're looking for, a day-to-day momentum.
These
professionals, but for Nick, he's had such a great year, and then, like you said, tough play there in the top of the ninth. For him to come back and kind of stick his nose in there and lay that bunt down.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. He's a ball player. It's a tough play because he's range. He's such a rangy kid that he's going to get to a lot of those balls. And then, sometimes in the transfer it doesn't work good. You got a kid that can run that hit it too. So, I'm just glad we picked it up and won the game. You know what I mean? Because he helped us win the game with the sacrifice bunt.
Okay, we are just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, your Atlanta Braves. Spencer Schwellenbach is lining up. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is blasted and tattooed over the wall, and C.J. Abrams gets the Braves again with a one-run solo shot, hammers it over the wall. Talked about that at the beginning of the series. C.J. Abrams absolutely feasts on the Atlanta Braves. And Schwellenbach gets one jammed down his throat to start the game. Try to get him a get-me-over fastball, and it got over the wall. About letter high. He did not miss. Wow. See if we can get this 3D going now. So 1-0 your score. Back to the drawing board. First pitch on the way is a curveball to James Wood. Outside, it's 0-1. I think Washington knows they need some runs with Soroka on the mound. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Curveball, slider in the dirt. So no 2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch, swing, bang, foul down the line. The 0-2 brings it, slaps it over towards first, making the backhanded catch is Olsen. L3 in your scorecard. One away. Good play by Olsen. He had to drift to his throw hand, make the backhanded catch. So 1 in, but 1 out. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a fastball. Four seam. Misses out of the zone. It's 1-0. 1-0. 96 on the outer black. 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it in the dirt. 2-1. 2-1 to low. Batting .236 on the year. Swing, hits it against the grain. Backhanded by Allen. Jumps up, fires it to first. 6-3 put out. Nice play by Nick Allen. 2 down. So I looked at the schedule again, and I'm going to give you my educated guess. You can take it for what it's worth, or uneducated guess, however you want to look at it. When Ronald Acuna will be back. If they want him to play in front of the hometown crowd the first game, which I think they probably would. The first pitch on the way to Ruiz is a slider outside wide. It's 1-0. I think the most realistic time frame for him to be back is the 1-0. 95 right down the pipe. 1-1. We're sitting here on the 13th, and realistically is the 1-1 pitch. Four-seam fastball, misses outside. 2-1. When you come off when they start the IL, rehab start, is the 2-1 misses up top, ball 3-3-1. So Ruiz, batting .299 on the year with 2 home runs, has the count well in his favor. Infield is back into the right, the 3-1. Swing, that ball's ripped up the middle. Another play by Allen. He goes to his left. He'll flip it to first, and it's a 6-3 put out to end the inning. So C.J. Abrams ambushed Schwellenbach on the first pitch of the game, but he settled down and got back to work. 1-0 your score. We'll grab the sticks when we return.
Let's go. Your remaining years on Earth. 75 years. That's, man. Dude, I'm going to be on Earth for 75 more years, dude. I got to live more dangerously. 75, dude. Dang. Dang. That's too long, honestly, dude. I hope Earth gets better.
What is going on here?
I do not want to work.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm tired of it. What happened to the girls who get to stay home and cook and clean, and that's their job?
That's also a type of work, lady. I don't understand. You don't want to do anything, or you don't want an office job?
And they get to just like relax during the day and just make sure everything's good when their husband comes home.
Oh, she doesn't want to work, but wants to be a housewife, but doesn't have a husband, but wants to be a housewife that only relax. This one is more confused than a plastic bag trying to carry fire.
I don't want to be doing this. Whoever did that, bleep to all of you.
Not everyone should be allowed to have free access to internet and mobile phone.
Willie Stargell really was a good man. All the hopes that we direct toward other ball players came true in his case. I remember the 1971 World Series where those same two teams had played 7 games. And Stargell was a great player that year. And the leader had led the league in runs batted in and did almost nothing in the World Series. He popped up, struck out, same in the playoffs. And he never complained. He never said anything. He walked back. He never threw his bat down. And I went up to him after the series and near the end, and I said, "How can you do this? You must be dying." And his little son, Wilver Stargell Jr., was playing in the locker. And Willie made a gesture toward him, and he said, "The time comes when a man really has to be a man." And that's the kind of man he was.
Swayman is a high fly ball into deep right center field. Back goes Single and away back to the wall. It's gone.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Righty-lefty matchup to start us off. Mike Soroka back on the bump in Atlanta for the first time in a long time. First pitch on the way, 95 on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Soroka. 2019 was really his last year when he was before the big injury. It was the 0-1, 95 outer edge, 0-2. It was 2020 that he hurt his Achilles very beginning of the season during the pandemic. Shortened season, the 0-2. Good Lord. Verdugo, swing the bat, son. Strike 3. 3 fastballs. The last one right down the plate. And Verdugo, you'd have thought that bat was cemented to his shoulder. What the hell was that? Anyways, Austin Riley swings at the first pitch. Fastball, 96. Fouls it out of play. It's 0-1. I mean, seriously. What are we doing? The 0-1. Slider on the inside track. It's 0-2. His velocity is a little better than it was. It's been the control issues with Soroka over the last few years. The 0-2 pitch, swing, fouls it back out of play. We'll do it again. Braves traded him away a few years ago, and he's bounced around the league. He comes out and has a good outing today. You're going to see all the Braves fans just throw their arms up like it's the worst thing in the world. Slider, bang foul. Back once again. They don't think about all those appearances he's made where he's been DFA'd because he's out of options. That you couldn't just sit him back down in the minors until he was ready. The 0-2. Changeup misses outside, 1-2. Of course, most of these Braves have never seen Soroka because they were teammates. It was only Verdugo. I forget the other one. But anyways, just 2 guys in the lineup tonight as the 1-2's outside wide. 2-2. Oh, Ozuna. Ozuna was 2 for 9. That's what it was. So the 2-2 count to Riley. Soroka comes set, brings it. Fastball. Baltimore chopper over the mound. Going to have to hurry. C.J. Abrams fires it. That ball gets away. It goes. Did that go into the dugout? It looked like it did. It did. So Riley will head down to second. And your Atlanta Braves, for all intents and purposes, got a double with an out. It'll be a single and an error on C.J. Abrams. And that's always been his biggest Achilles heel of his entire career, has been his defense. He rifled that ball. And it was off the line. I don't know if Logan had made that catch even if that thing was on the money, because it would have handcuffed him. It would have had to pin to his belt. Matt Olson, your batter. First pitch on the way, 95 up top. Misses high. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty-lefty pitch, inside, changeup misses, 2-0. Tonight's home plate umpire is Austin Jones. We have not seen him a ton, and I'm gonna, I've read the scouting reports, but I always say that I'm gonna let a guy. I want to see him at least once before I make any kind of judgment. The 2-0, slider on the outer edge, good pitch by Soroka, 2-1. The 2-1 count. Soroka brings it. Fastball right down the pipe, 95 miles an hour, about letter high, 2-2. Standing on deck is Ozuna. Braves have the tying run in scoring position. You want to make them pay for that mistake. The 2-2. Inside. 3-2. Three-two count. Runner at second. The pitch to Olson. Swing, pops it up, can of corn. Who wants it? Third baseman calls everybody off. Making the play, fighting the sun, and Rosario, as the sun kind of got in his eyes there. There's a very small slither of daylight, and he basically had to camp in the middle of that to make the play. 2 down. I was hoping we were going to get some luck here. Marcell Ozuna, your batter, first pitch. Hanging slider on the inner cut. It's 0-1. He's used that pitch quite a bit tonight. Slider on the inside, track to the righties. It's on the outside to the lefties. The 0-1. Another slider. That one hit the outer mark. 0-2. The 0-2 to Marcell. Swing, pops it back foul, out of play. Nats 1, Braves nothing. Bottom of the first. The 0-2. Down and away, 1-2. Two outs and a 1-2 count. Ruiz did a good job of keeping that ball in front of him. It went in the dirt, but it wasn't far enough away for Riley to risk going down to third. The 1-2. Swing, hits it hard on the ground. Foul down the third baseline, smacks up against the tarps. The 1-2 to Marcell. Braves trail 1-0. Soroka, by the way, this is his 22nd pitch of the inning. The 1-2. Swing, that ball's hit hard on the ground, but right at the third baseman, Rosario. He's been busy. He'll flip it to first, and that'll end the inning. Braves go down after Riley reaches with a single and an error. We trail 1-0. We head to the second.
These kids nowadays really think they know what stress is. Back when we was growing up and you missed a TV show, you really missed it.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
Have you thought about managing in the future?
I have thought about it. Me and Stephen Vogt actually talked about it while he was here, and how fun it'd be. Hopefully manage a winning team. I think that'd make it a lot more fun. But I've definitely thought about it, yeah.
Would family conditions change any of that?
Yes, that would definitely be a huge conversation for us, especially with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. I know the hours being a manager is more so than being a player, because as a manager you want to be here before your players and you want to stay later than your players to make a great impression on your players. So that definitely be a huge conversation that is a lot longer than a small little Braves question. It'd probably be a multiple week, multiple month type of question.
But I think in the end, the thing that appealed to me most was the fact that it rewarded merit, that there is a justice to the game, that if you score, it goes up on the board, and if I score more than you, you lose and I win. That and the idea that we do it together, community. If only life were that easy, that whenever we learned to cooperate with one another and did the right thing, we won. That's what baseball is.
Welcome back. First pitch to Rosario is a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1 swing and a miss. 0-2. Rosario batting .282 on the year, the 0-2. That slider well in the dirt, 1-2. Nats lead it 1-0 on a fastball just a little too high in the zone. That's right in Abrams' wheelhouse. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the slider. 1 away. That shouldn't be something that should be insurmountable with the Braves facing Mike Soroka, but we'll see what happens. This offense, though I think they're going to bust out tonight, it's been anemic, and that's being extremely nice. First pitch on the way to Josh Bell is a cutter. Below his hand, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing rifled down the right field line. Foul. Just foul. Bell still has that sweet swing. He can get into one. But he's batting just .138 on the year. He does have 5 home runs. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the curveball. Outer edge. Might have chased. 2 down. Thank you, Mark. I did not realize it. We had an issue today, Mark. I didn't have my normal day. I'll just put it that way. My internet box crashed. First pitch on the way. Swing. Fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Try to reset it. You name it, I tried it. I couldn't. Nothing can be done. That's the short of it. So I had to run around today, find a place that had a box as the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. And to top it off, flat tire, so couldn't get there. And had to do quite the hike to go get the new one, is the 1-1 pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Because our other car my wife has, she's out of town. She sets up the appointment, and is the 2-1 pitch. Right there, 96 at the knees, it's 2-2. And, well, the appointment, 45 minutes. Heck, it's only a few minutes up the road. I should be fine. The tire issue, and then I go to call an Uber or a Lyft, and they're both jammed. They're talking about long waits, so I'm like, screw it. I just strapped on my tightest shoes and ran up there. The 2-2 pitch. L6 in your scorecard. Soft line drive, and Nick Allen, who's been busy tonight, retires that one. 1, 2, 3. Drake Baldwin is in the lineup tonight, and he'll grab the bat when we return.
What's a sound nobody heard in a while?
Modern music is absolutely garbage. And I don't mean just hip-hop, but I mean country, rock and roll, classical, rap. It all sounds the same. It's not even about the body of work no more. You can be famous off of one single. I seen a TikToker the other day that became famous off of a song, and she announced that she was going on tour off of one song. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna repeat the same song for 2 hours? 80s and the 70s and the 60s. You could tell the difference between Johnny Cash and Ray Charles. Everyone is trying to transition into something. The talent doesn't exist anymore.
The Peaky Blinders emerged as a notorious street gang in Birmingham, England, during the 1880s. Comprised mainly of young criminals from lower to middle-class backgrounds, the group engaged in a wide range of criminal activities, including robbery, violence, racketeering, illegal bookmaking, and gambling control. During that era, the name could stem from the gang's criminal tactics, as they were known to approach victims from behind and pull down their hats over their faces to prevent them from identifying their assailant.
Hey, does anybody else hit the lock button on their key fob 6 times in a row like it's going to make their car lock harder or something? Or is it just me?
There was a period when ball players were heroes, maybe for 100 years. And then there was a period when there was a lot of knocking down of heroes, of diminishing them. I hope we're reaching a period where we don't look up to the ball player or down at the ball player, but try to look at him levelly and see his gifts and his determination and his craftsmanship as heroic. But at the personal level, don't demand more of him than we do of people in our own family, ourselves, or our friends.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. Down low for a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, chops it foul. Slider in on the hands, 0-2. Drake Baldwin batting .303 on the year with 3 home runs, 9 RBI. The 0-2 count. Down and away, 1-2. Slider in the dirt. Predominantly what we've seen so far from Soroka tonight, it's been that slider and the fastball. He's got his velocity back on the fastball, that's for sure. The 1-2. Changeup misses outside. 2-2. Two-two count, righty-lefty matchup. Soroka comes set. Here's the pitch. Swing, pops it up. Got underneath that one. Rosario will fight the sun again. He'll get called off by C.J. Abrams and make the catch. F6, 1 away. One nothing your score, bottom of the second inning. So I try to get you caught up to speed here. I was running the chicken with my head cut off today as the first pitch on the way to Ozzie. Slapped over to first. That'll be an easy G3 as he steps on the bag. 2 down. Ozzie Albies, first pitch swinging again. And I, for the life of me, cannot figure out why they put him up at the number 6 spot again tonight. And what gets me is nobody's asking it. Nobody has the backbone, the cojones, whatever you want to say, to ask Snicker why they, because it's not all Snicker's decision, but you got to ask him in the postgame, what is he doing? Why is he up there? First pitch on the way to Harris is a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. And don't let them give you some dopey answer about how the analytics show that's where he should be. The 0-1. 4-seam fastball misses high 1-1. So all you got to say, yeah, well, common sense and a brain tells you the guy batting 206 and who's in a hell of a slump should not be in the middle of your lineup. The 1-1 pitch, slider down and in, ball 2-1. 2 outs. What you will see from Soroka is a 4-seam fastball 47% of the time, the slider 39%, and then the changeup just 11%. He throws a sinker, but it's really just a show-me sinker. Keep you off balance at 4% of the time. The 2-1 swing, hits it up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. So Money Mike gets on. See if that might turn into something.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your gang tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Harris stands at first, 2 outs. Eli White, the batter, righty-righty. First pitch is a slider just off the edge, but he gave him the wide strike. It's 0-1. That's not one of those egregious calls that you lose your mind on. That was pretty close. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swing, chops it foul down the third base side, 0-2. We'll switch the view. Michael on first, and Eli at the plate. Might get some good action here in the infield. Infield is back into the left, open hole on the right side. If Eli punches that through, Harris would easily get to third. The 0-2 to White. Slider down and away, 1-2. One thing I will say about Soroka's stuff tonight, that slider is more of a bending, almost like a slurve. It's a much better slider than what we saw a couple of seasons ago when it was just flat and we get hammered. He's going to turn around and flip it over to first to keep Harris close by. And then with his velocity being up, I'm a little surprised his numbers are as bad as they are. With the 7 ERA through 10 innings. The 1-2, Harris leaning. He goes. Pitch, up top, caught, looking, strike 3. Eli was trying to give Michael the stolen base, but the slider just slipped up at the top of the zone for a called third strike. We'll be back in a flash. Braves scoreless on the early going here in Braves country.
Boy math is when he complains that you take too long to get ready, but he spends an hour on the toilet pooing.
All right, Brian, we have to talk about the customer service complaint that came through last week with the client on their delayed shipment.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I told them I would brainstorm and circle back with them.
But no, they sent over your email to them, and it said Brian Storm, which I know you keep making that mistake pretty often.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, it's getting old. It's not professional to communicate that way with clients.
Kate keeps calling me Brain in email, so I feel like I just messed up.
It's not appropriate to blame Kate in this situation.
I can connect with Kate. I think I still have a lot to learn from her, but
I think you have a lot to learn about a lot. And we'll talk next week, okay?
Yeah, we'll brainstorm some ideas of what we can think about for.
See, this is what I'm saying is inappropriate.
He levels at bat a couple of times. Shao kicks and he fires. Rose swings. There it is! There it is! Get out! Get out! All right! Hit number 4192. A line drive single into left center field. A clean base hit.
On September 11th, 1985, 44-year-old Pete Rose, now back with Cincinnati and managing as well as playing, got still another single and overcame Ty Cobb's lifetime record of 4,191 hits.
For Pete Rose, this certainly his crowning achievement. Just breathe it in. Boy, this is his game, it's his town, and it is his moment. This is one of the all-time
great moments.
For a public tired of reading about the business of baseball, Pete Rose's triumph came not a moment too soon.
First pitch from Schwellenbach to Tena is right there, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1, 94 inside, cutter misses, 1-1. No, it's a little late, but I've had a crazy day. Through the infield, third to first, the Braves is the 1-1, chop foul down the first base line. It's 1-2. Normally, if I miss it, I just skip it. We'll go ahead and do it. It's Riley to Allen to Ozzie to Olson on the third short, second first. Baldwin is behind home plate. Schwellenbach on the bump. The 1-2 comebacker. Schwellenbach grabs the grounder, flips it to first, one down. And in the outfield, once again, it's Verdugo, Hawk, or Harris, and Eli. As far as Schwellenbach today, what you can expect is a very eclectic 6-pitch mix. The four-seam fastball the most at 32% as he fires that one. 97 inside. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Young, your batter, the number 9 hitter. P at the knees, 98 miles an hour, smacks the black. It's 0-2. He throws the slider about 18% and the splitter 15%. Is the 0-2. Swing. Chopper back to the mound. Schwellenbach once again, 1-3. Playing a little pitch and catch with Matt Olson, 2 down. Throws that curveball and cutter at 13% and 12% respectively. And then the sinker, his 6th pitch, he still throws that at 10%. So there's not really a pitch you can lean on when you consider the fastball is only 32%, and the rest of them are somewhere. As the first pitch on the way to Abrams. He's down and in for a ball, slider misses. It's 1-0. Abrams, who hit a solo shot on the first pitch of the game. Righty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it into center field, and Harris is underneath it, and that'll end the inning. So he solved that puzzle. We go to the bottom of the third. Allen, and then the lineup flips over. Let's get some runs, Braves country.
So I went to the trampoline park with my nephews, and someone's little cooter goblin there got me sick, okay? Little kids just be, hapoo, 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 and everywhere they got sticky booger-infested hands. I don't know how I didn't think that I was not going to get sick, but here we are.
Let's do this. Making your bed in the morning is pointless. I'd rather listen to people speak than listen to music. Concerts are a waste of money when you can just throw a party and play the song. Vanilla ice cream is the only ice cream you should eat. Colorado is better than New York. Vacationing from one big city to another just to see the sights is pointless, and you need to go soak up some nature for once. All food is breakfast food, and breakfast food is just food. Dating apps are not dating apps, they're cheating apps. Having a wedding outside of your hometown and making people travel is selfish. Brunch is a scam. Kids know their parents more than parents know their kids. If tomatoes are a fruit, then ketchup is jelly.
I fortunately have the objective perspective of a Yankee fan, and therefore I have come to understand Boston pain in a way, but it's different. There are kinds of pain. There's Chicago Cubs pain, which is never getting there at all. Boston Red Sox pain is very special. Boston Red Sox pain means getting to the very last inch again and again and again, and then missing it by that little hair. It's 1946 when Slaughter scores from first on a single. It's 1948 when there should have been a Subway Series here in Boston, but they lost a one-game playoff to Cleveland. It's the year of the impossible dream, 1967, when they get into the 7th game of the World Series and nobody could beat Bob Gibson, not Lon Borg, on 2 days' rest. It's 1975 when, after winning the greatest game in the history of baseball and Carlton Fisk's home run in the 12th, they blow it in the 7th game of the World Series. It's 1978 when Bucky Dent, of all people, hits a home run and wins the game for my guys in a single-game playoff. And it's 1986, quintessentially, of course, when the ball goes through Mr. Buckner's legs, though one shouldn't blame him because that was the end of a lot of disasters. It just goes on and on and on, the last inch and never consummation.
Welcome back. First pitch to Nick Allen is there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Four-seam fastball. Foul back. It's 0-2. Soroka sitting at just 38 pitches. He's pretty good on that front, though I don't think they expect Soroka to go long anyways. The 0-2. Swing, lifts it high into right field, but Allen has very little power. He'll get that warning track power caught at the track, one down. That's about as far as he can go on that side, unless the stars align. One down. First pitch, Verdugo is a slider on the outer edge. It's 0-1. I know it's different circumstances, but that's 4 pitches he's seen in the strike zone tonight. He hasn't swung in any of them. The 0-1. Finally a swing. Fouls it away. 0-2. I was starting to think that he went on strike and didn't tell anybody. 0-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Digs in. Swing just got a piece of it. Now they're going to say that went away, and Verdugo didn't realize it. They're going to throw him out at first as the ball rolled to the backstop. Ruiz flips it over to Lowe. If Verdugo knew it and would have took off running, he probably beats that because it went all the way to the back and did not have a good carom. Someone tells Snicker what happened so he's not caught flat-footed again after the game. First pitch on the way to Riley. High and inside, sinker. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss, four-seam fastball, 1-1. That is great news, James. 1-1. 96. Outer edge. Just misses 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Swing. Fouls it back. The 2-2, just got a piece of that, stays alive. We'll do it again. Riley got an infield single his first time up, reached to second on the error, trying to throw him out at first. I don't think he would have gotten him, but it was a wide throw that went into the dugout. The 2-2 to Riley, swing, lifts it, high into center field. That's not going to be quite deep enough. Making the catch is Young on a major league pop fly, and that'll end the inning. Braves 1, 2, 3 go down in order once again. We go to the fourth, trailing by 1.
Boy math is when he tells you he's 5 minutes away when actually he hasn't even left the house yet.
Okay, that time you mixed up boy math with urban math.
Dad, you have been wrong about everything.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
the girl I'm dating now, she admits when she's wrong, she tells me she's sorry, and she said she'll change for me.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Have you guys done anything you seen her without clothes on?
No. Why?
Yeah. You're dating a man. Women don't do those things.
I'm on my way to my sister's house. Why? Because she's hosting, calls it a potluck, which I thought meant marijuana and gambling, but it doesn't. It means she's cheap and we have to bring all the damn food. My other sister is going to show up with these things that I hate, her children. And there'll be other relatives that I'm not eager to see. My Uncle Ray will be there. Ray has always been the world to me. Round, gaseous, and polluted. My cousin Sheila will be there. Sheila likes to brag that she never got the COVID vaccine, she never got the booster, and she never got COVID, which is ironic because her nickname in high school was Super Spreader. Not looking forward to this.
In 1986, the Red Sox were in the World Series again, facing the New York Mets. It was the first time a team from Boston had played a team from New York in the series since 1912, when Fred Snodgrass's fielding error had given the championship to the Red Sox. The Red Sox took the first 2 games in New York, lost the next 2 in Boston, then won the 5th. They needed just one more win to clinch their first world championship since 1918.
Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. First pitch from Schwellenbach was a curveball that hit the top of the zone, but he didn't get the call. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss by James Wood. Right underneath his hands, it's 1-1. Braves infield is back into the right. The 1-1 pitch. Slider. Down and in, 2-1. They're playing Wood to pull. He hit his 11th home run last night here. He's got 24 RBI and a 906 OPS. The splitter's down and in, ball 3-1. James Wood was one of the top prospects in all of baseball. Just a couple of seasons ago, he seems to really be coming into form. The 3-1 pitch, nowhere near the zone, ball 4. So Schwellenbach walks the leadoff runner, and that's not what you want. His first walk of the day versus 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, and an earned run. First pitch on the way to low is outside, high and outside. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. 1-0. Swing, fouls it away. 95. Back out of play. The 1-1 pitch is a cutter that misses low. He's not placing that pitch at all. 2-1. Last 3 of those he's thrown, he's missed the zone by quite a bit. 2-1 count. Runner at first. Nobody out, top of the 4th. Turnaround, flips it over to first. Wood back under the tag. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, slider, 2-2. Good to see you, Tree Fitty. Raymond, a couple of folks I missed or didn't see as we were getting ready today. The 2-2, swung on, chops it over towards Olsen, but it'll go foul. Kal-El. Jennifer. The 2-2 brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the 97 top shelf. 1 away. 3rd strikeout of the night. See Nathaniel Harlow. I don't think I saw some of these when we were doing it earlier. They might have come in a tad late. Trying to scroll through now. SS Dub. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty lefty. Kicks and fires. Swing. Runner was on the way. Olsen will tap the bag. It's going to be a G3. And Wood, because he was on the move, will be safe at second. Olsen had no chance of getting the runner. He still threw to Allen to see if he might catch him leaning, and honestly, Wood almost lost his balance. He saw Wood take a little, not wouldn't call it a wide turn, just came off the bag, and Allen almost got the tag there. First pitch on the way is a check swing. He went around. It's 0-1. Rosario, the batter. Med Rosario, he's been all over the league. Good player. He's a guy that I've wanted in Braves country for a while. He's kind of a utility knife. He plays all over. He usually hits for a pretty high average. The 0-1. Slider down and away, 1-1. Med Rosario batting .276 on the year. 1-1 count. Swing, dribbles it through the hole, and that is going to be a problem. Wood makes the turn, and that's going to be your second run of the game. And the Nationals have taken a 2-0 lead on Schwellenbach. It was a seeing eye single in between the 5-6 hole. Allen tried to make the dive to knock it down to keep the run from scoring. Rosario just stuck his bat out there and was able to drag it through the infield. Doesn't hit for a ton of power, but the guy's always found a way to get on base. So down 2-0. Schwellenbach's got to calm it down as Josh Bell is the batter. First pitch misses well outside. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. So 1-1 count. 84. Splitter at the knees. 1-2. The 1-2 from Schwellenbach, his 55th of the night. In the dirt. Good block by Baldwin. Rosario standing at first. The 2-2 count to Bell. Schwelly kicks and rips. Swing. Laces that towards the first base side. Just foul. We'll do it again. The 2-2. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Pitch on the way. Slider. Down below the knees. Full count. So now the runner's going to be in motion. That's not what you want. Full count. Top of the fourth. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Slider nowhere near the zone. Kranitz might want to go out there and talk to Schwellenbach and get him back under control. He's put a lot of pitches in this inning. 24 to be exact. He might need a breather, or at least Baldwin go out there and talk to him. It doesn't look like anybody's going to, so he's going to go quickly back to work. First pitch. 96-mile-an-hour fastball in the intercut. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swing, fouls it away. 94-mile-an-hour fastball to Cruz. It's 0-2. Dylan Cruz 0 for 1 on the day. His first time up, lined out to short. The pitch. Down and away, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, swing, lifts it high into right field. Just got underneath it, so Eli White will make the catch, and that'll thankfully end the inning. Not before Nationals put another run on the board. We got the heart of the Braves order coming to the dish. Second time through the lineup. It's time to score, Braves country. We'll be back in a flash.
My money don't jiggle. However, my thighs and my belly do. So there's that.
You decided to walk to the park with the kids, something you've never done before.
I like to see where we are as a group. And I'll be honest, we had a good start, organized. Even that surprised me.
And when did you first learn their legs were tired?
You know, I'm not a good judge of distance, but I can say we still could see the house.
Parent-teacher conference go well this week?
Yeah.
Is your kid eating the glue?
Just likes to use it as chapstick, which I think is better, but...
What's the overall feeling when crossing a fairly major intersection with two young children?
Fear.
And can you elaborate on that?
Look, I'll say this. Gentle parenting is off the table in that situation.
You really went after that Gatorade when you got home.
I packed 3 water bottles not knowing that my water bottle was to be a refill for theirs.
Did we see a bit of a limp out of the car?
Yeah, my legs fell asleep. 2 sessions I sat through, in a tiny chair at a tiny desk, with regular chairs in the rooms.
You ever had your heart broken so hard that you just enter your grandma era? I mean, like, I've always been in mine. This shirt makes me feel like I could do a puzzle or something.
If you find yourself having a bad day today, just remember this. There is somebody from your hometown still trying to be a rapper.
In Game 6 at Shea Stadium, the two teams fought through the 9th, with the score tied 3-3.
NBC had the World Series in 1986. It was my job to be in the Red Sox clubhouse after the 6th game. I went down at the end of the 8th inning. The score was tied, but I knew I had to be there quickly in case the game should suddenly end. So I watched the last couple of innings from the corner of the Red Sox dugout.
Aguilera brings it in to Henderson. Swinging a long one into left field. That ball might leave the park. It's a home run, and Boston leads here in the 10th inning.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging by Matt Olson. He pops it up, back foul out of play. It's 0-2 after the first strike of the plate was right there for a strike on the 0-1. So an 0-2 count to Olson. That slider misses, down and in. 1-2. Olson popped out his first time up. The 1-2. Swing, lifts it down the line, foul. Braves nothing, Washington 2. The 1-2. Outside wide 2-2. Changeup misses. The 2-2. 94 misses high and out of the zone, full count. So he's worked it back to a full count after being down 0-2. The infield is back and to the right. The pitch. Down below the knees, called for a low strike. Olson doesn't like it. He says something to the home plate umpire, Austin Jones. It was a touch below, but honest engine. On 2 strikes, you got to swing the bat on that one. You can't leave that up to the umpire. You're asking for a lot. And you're a power hitter, and it's a fastball right in your wheelhouse. That's when you got to at least foul away. First pitch on the way to Ozuna is a slider. Outer edge, it's 0-1. You'd still like to see your manager stand up for you. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Waved at a slider down and away. It's 0-2. No 2 count. The 0-2. In the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2 count, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. The 1-2 to Ozuna. Tried to get him to chase that slider down and away, but couldn't get him. Braves nothing, Nats 2. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Still a long way to go, but you'd like to start getting some runs on the board. They're just letting Soroka cruise. The 2-2. Slider misses outside, 3-2. So the second full count of the inning. This is the second time through the order. Got to believe this Braves offense can get to Soroka if they make him work. The payoff pitch. Swing, rifled up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. That ball was rocketed off the glove of the second baseman. Holy Toledo. That is the second one that has been hit up the second base side on Tanya in this series. First one was last night, but that one was an in-between hop that he tried to backhand to no avail. I mean, they're going to tell you to get in front of that, but that ball was hit so hard he had little time to adjust to it. So 1 on, 1 out. First pitch to Baldwin. The slider well outside the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. .95 inside, ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch. 94 up top. Did he go around? He did not. Ball 3-0. That pitch was a touch out of the zone, but this is the first time he hasn't. I mean, Austin Jones has called some high strikes tonight. A little surprised he didn't give them the benefit of the doubt there. 3-0 count. Brings it. 94, that'll hit the zone. Ball 3, or excuse me, strike 1. 3-1. Drake Baldwin. Who popped out his first time up. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Slider. Man, he just missed timing that one up. The payoff pitch. Pops it up. Back behind home plate. We'll do it again. So I don't think I ever completed my thought on the whole Acuna when his return. Apologize for that. I think most likely, if you're looking at what's logical, is the payoff pitch to Baldwin. Swing! That ball's lifted high into right field. Going back on the track. Zip! Boom! Bam! It's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong! A 2-run shot! And that click-clacked!
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Planted that one just over the right field wall, and your Atlanta Braves are back in this baby with one swing. It's 2-2, bottom of 4. First pitch to Ozzie Albies. He actually takes a pitch. Good to see. Change up right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Ozzie popped out on one pitch his first time up. The 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. excuse me, grounded out. I think I said popped out. He grounded to first his first time up. 1-1 outside wide, 2-1. That ball barely got over the wall, and Ozuna was holding up. If that ball is fair, as the 2-1 pitch is lifted, lazy pop fly to left, that'll be an F7 in your scorecard. 2 down. But if that ball falls off the wall, Ozuna's not getting further than third. And even that's going to be dicey because he was only about 2 to 3 feet before the second base bag, and he does not have good wheels. I understand why he was doing it, but that would have been a bad play right there. First pitch to Harris is a slider down and away. It's 1-0. You can make up for some of those when you have good speed. When you're limited like Ozuna, it really is tough. The 1-0 hanging slider. About letter high, it's 1-1. Harris is 1 for 1 on the day with a single to right field. Braves 2, Nats 2. 1-1. High and inside. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Gixon fires. Swing, rifles it foul. 2-2. The 2-2. Swing, chops it. The 2-2 pitch. That changeup's in the dirt. Full count. Payoff pitch. That ball's well high and out of the zone. Ball 4. So Michael Harris will head on down to first. And we'll get a trip to the mound. Soroka. A little bit of a struggle here. He is at 80 pitches, by the way. I don't think I've mentioned that recently. He's at 80 pitches, and you're in the 4th inning. So it's kind of a high number. And I always had my doubts going into this game that we would see him a third time through the lineup. But if he can't get out of this inning soon, this is going to be probably Katie bar the door, because you're sitting at the number 8 hitter and 80 pitches. I mean, that's pretty high. By the way, that was Jim Hickey, the pitching coach. That was not the manager, Dave Martinez. First pitch on the way. Runner goes. High throw. Is he safe? He is safe. Michael Harris. How about that? Little razzle-dazzle on the base pads. You got to love that, baby. Good jump. Darn good jump. He was shot out of a cannon on that one. They may be looking at this. It does look like, oh man, never mind. That's going to get overturned. He got him on the hip. I thought he missed the hip until after he hit the bag, but it looks like he's going to get him on the hip. Well, that's really close. The problem is I can't see. So the shot that they're showing head on, it almost looks like Harris's hand hit the bag before he gets tagged, but it's really close. From the back end, when you see him getting hit on the wallet, it's blocked by the defender's arm. They're going to overturn it. That's a really dicey one. I think logic could tell you he probably is out. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves have tied it up on a 2-run shot by the Drake.
I'm mad. I have to go to work. I have to earn a living. I'd rather have a private income and get laid well and often.
Where do men find the audacity? I was in Walmart, okay, and I was shopping, and this man comes up to me and he said, "Your dress, it's giving butter churning vibes." But okay, just because you add vibes at the end of something don't mean it's any less insulting.
Audited? Why? What are you talking about? I'm not scamming the government, if that's what you're saying.
Your license plate says scamming.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Yes.
When your girlfriend asks who you're talking to on the phone, tell her a hooker. Be a man.
What's that?
Eye cream.
From where?
From Paris.
How did you pay for it?
One of my credit cards is still working.
Oh, you're charging things to your credit card. I see. And how are you going to pay for it?
I don't think you understand. I already have it.
I watched Dave Henderson hit his home run, and the Red Sox tack on another run in the top of the 10th.
And look at this bench.
And with the score 5-3, I went back into their clubhouse. They had put the cellophane over each of the lockers in anticipation of the champagne spray. They had built the little podium from which to do the post-game interviews. The cameras and the cable and the microphones were all in place. The World Championship trophy was on a stand covered by a piece of cloth. Frail Mrs. Yawkey had been led in there, and she was standing next to the trophy, along with Commissioner Uberoth. And they were watching with me on a little monitor as the Mets came up to bat in the bottom of the 10th.
Well, I've lost it, but I saw someone with a pretty good question. It's the first pitch on the way. There's a slider right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The chat moves so fast, it's hard for me to keep up. But I saw someone asking, where does Verdugo hit when Acuna comes back? Is he 0-1? Curveball, misses high, 1-1. So I do apologize. I didn't get the name, but it was zipping through the screen. It just disappears. I'm like, all right. The 1-1 count, banged on the ground. Over to Olsen. He'll flip it to Schwelly, who steps on the pillow. 1 down. I think you're going to see, well, okay, first of all, let's clarify that with when Acuna first comes back, he's not going to play every day. That's number one. They're going to give him time to get back into the swing of things. I was listening to a Braves podcast today, and the guy was way off on the timeline because he had him coming back as early as next week, and that's just never going to happen. Is the four-seam fastball is down and in, it's 1-0. So is the 1-0 pitch. That ball's rifled into left field. Verdugo's got it. Diving attempt by Nick Allen went for naught, and it's a 1-out single for the Nationals. He's expected to play in right field today about 5 innings, get 2 to 3 at-bats, kind of like a spring training game. And then expect more of that this week, and he's probably not going to play every night. In the minor leagues nowadays, they play Tuesday to Sunday. My guess is he plays 3 days. As the first pitch is a slider, gets away from Baldwin. He's a hard time finding it, but the runner didn't seem to get a very good look at it, didn't realize he had darted back towards first, and by the time he realized the ball had gotten away behind Baldwin, he had already retreated back. So a 1-0 to Abrams. Schwellenbach turns around and flips it over to first. But, so that's number one. When Acuna first comes back, he's not going to be in the lineup every day. And when he's not in the lineup and it's a right-handed pitcher, it's going to be Verdugo. This is the 1-0. Outside wide. 2-0. I would tend to think that when everything gets rolling, we're talking about every day where Acuna is essentially in the lineup every day. The 2-0 to Abrams. Slider misses inside 3-0. So Schwellenbach and Baldwin, they are really being cautious around Abrams. What you're going to do is you're going to walk Abrams, and that's going to put the go-ahead run in scoring position. Little 3-0. Fastball right down the pipe. Thankfully, he was taking that one. Didn't ambush that one because it'd be a 2-run game right now. That one was right down Main Street. The 3-1 pitch. They set up top. Swing, pops it up. Just underneath that. Making the catch is Allen. F6 in your scorecard, 2 down. Well, let's go ahead and play it forward and talk about when Acuna's in there every single day and he's leading off every single day. You're going to have a platoon system out there in left field of Eli and Verdugo. And I do think there's going to be days when you get like a left-handed left-handed pitcher, where you may have Michael Harris take a day off and let Eli play center. But those are going to be rare instances. So let's talk about the normal day-to-day. Is the first pitch on the way to Wood is a 4-seam fastball, a little below the zone, got the call. It's 0-1. Where I would think he would play in the 0-1, down and in, 1-1. You can make a good argument against right-handed batters that Verdugo should be batting second because he's the perfect two-hole hitter because he's there to move the runners around. But if they're really stuck with the idea that they want Riley and Olsen, everyone, to get the most at-bats, is the 1-1 swung on, chopped in front of the mound. Baldwin's got time. He's going to flip it over to first, and that'll end the inning. 2-3 in your scorecard. Braves are tied. We head to the bottom of the 5th. I'll finish that thought when we return. Ronald Acuna Jr.
Give me a phrase that somebody born after the year 2000 wouldn't understand.
Is it in the white pages or yellow pages?
You got to put it on channel 3. Please don't text me. It costs me a dime every time.
Really took me off her top 8. Like, after everything we've been through, she's just gonna remove me from her top 8. Like we weren't ever friends. Like,
get off the internet. I need to call your grandmother.
Smoking or non-smoking?
What time is the movie? I don't know. Let's call and ask.
Oh no! If it's not working, you've just got to blow on it, right? Yeah, no. Pull it out, turn it upside down, and then just jam it back in there. That'll work.
The Cowboys are headed to the Super Bowl.
Can't really think of a phrase, but I can think of a noise.
Armchair.
Boston reliever Calvin Schiraldi needed just 3 outs to win the game. Veteran first baseman Bill Buckner, hobbled by leg injuries all year, was often replaced in late innings with a younger player. This time, manager John McNamara kept him in the game.
And the Mets are down to their last out.
I remember I was standing there thinking to myself, this is going to be the first ever interview in the wake of a Red Sox championship. There was no radio in 1918. There was no television, obviously. This is the first recorded moment after the Red Sox have won a world championship. So I'm thinking, how should that be summed up? What do you say to Mrs. Yawkey? What do you say to McNamara? What do you say to Boggs and Rice and Seaver and whomever else?
And Roger Clemens hoping for that last out. Lined into left field, base hit for Carter, and the Mets are still alive.
Welcome back. Eli White is going to lead it off as he was at the plate when Harris was thrown out to end the bottom of the 4th. 2-2 your score. And oh, Lord. We got a new pitcher in the game as Soroka is out of the game. I guess I was right on that. They don't want to see him facing that lineup a third time. You got a 2-0 count. Brad Lord is your new pitcher. The 2-0 down and away. 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. Down below the knees, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Lord having a hard time finding the strike zone straight out of the pen. Coming to the plate will be Nick Allen. First pitch on the way is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Make that a sinker. On the outer edge, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. 95, another sinker. And he's got that pitch working. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. 96, four-seam fastball. He called that a strike. Allen is chirping. He's gotten 2 chirps in. That third one might send him. We might end up with RC in this game. Nick Allen, that pitch was terrible. I mean terrible. It was 2 inches over the zone. No part of the ball hit the zone. Good Lord. First pitch on the way to Verdugo is a four-seam fastball. Right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. You wonder why some people hate umpires and also hate unions? It's because you can't fire these guys and they're terrible at their job. The 0-1 inside, 1-1. If you were as bad at your job as Austin Jones is being as bad as his job, you'd at least get sent home for the day right now. 1-1 count. Righty lefty to Verdugo. Here's the pitch. Misses high, and I'm waiting for Allen to yell out of the dugout, "Oh, that's a ball!" It's the same spot. Top shelf outer edge. Snicker, he's finally standing up, but he's not actually saying anything. The 2-1 count. Verdugo, swing, rips it off the glove of the third baseman Rosario, and it's going to be a one-out single, and Dr. Doogie back to work.
What's going on? Blood pressure's coming up. The pulse is getting stronger. Get the OR ready. We've got a live one going, and we want him to stay that way.
Hard hit ball. That ball was rifled. Rosario did a good job to try to make that play, but he just mistimed it. Went right past his glove. I think it hit his hand, his throwing hand. First pitch on the way to Riley is a sinker, 94 at the knees. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Brings it. 96 at the knees. 0-2. He's got that sinker working. I'll give him that. That's a pretty nasty sinker. Brad Lord works a couple other pitches in on that. He's going to be tough to deal with. That is a biting sinker. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Riley trying to grab the lead. Go-ahead run, and Eli White is in scoring position at second. The 0-2 from Lord. Swing! Rifles it back. 96 miles an hour over the first base dugout. The rake, batting .333 with runners in scoring position this year. 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and 16 RBI. The 0-2, swing, hits it to the right side. That's going to dribble through the hole. That's going to get through. And here comes Eli White, and he will score. And your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. How about that?
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
That ball was perfectly placed against a defense with no shift, It's going to be a double play is what it's going to be. Actually, it was hit so softly, I don't know if they're going to be able to turn it, but it's definitely going to be an out. But instead, we got runners on the corners, 1 out. And Matt Olson has a chance to put a charge into one. Righty, lefty, first pitch. High and inside. It's 1-0. What's dumbfounding about the home plate umpire, Austin Jones, he hasn't had a terrible night, but he's had about 4 or 5 pitches that you go, what in the world are you doing? The rest of it, he's been, is the 1-0. Check swing, went around, 1-1. The rest of the night, he's been pretty much on mark, and maybe he's gotten fortunate because so many pitches have been right there, and they're not controversial. But, man, he's missed at least 4. I'm thinking I've got 5 jotted down, but 4 that I know to be true that he just missed well out of the zone. That one, which is right where the first and third pitch of this at-bat is exactly where Nick Allen was called out, and both of those were called balls in this at-bat. 2-1 to Olson. Swing, rifles it back foul. We'll do it again. And if you're just watching it on the screen, we're going to change it so you can see the runners in case they take off. But if you're just watching it on the screen, the problem is they go with essentially where the umpire is calling it. I did some research on that and found out why they're doing that. Is the 2-2. Pitch misses high, 3-2. There's a belief that they are basically, I don't say in cahoots with the umpire union, but the umpires don't want to look bad on this type of application, so it's geared to go where he called it essentially. Sometimes you can't hide it. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Riley goes, and he's going to be out. Wow. Strike him out, throw him out at second base. That's a way to kill a rally, but the Braves do grab a 1-run lead. Good throw by Ruiz. Olson just couldn't catch up with that fastball.
Say what you want, but I'm a blue-collar queen through and through, y'all. Through and through. Serving mashed potatoes 1 plate at a time. Someone had to step to the front lines and do it. That was me. That was me.
Y'all, my wife asked me how I managed to stay with her for 16 years. I told her she got enough personalities to keep me occupied for another 20.
That's it. I'm elevating us to threat level yellow. It's time.
Yellow?
Yeah, it's time.
What were we before?
Orange, of course.
Orange is much more threatening than yellow.
No, that's an old system that doesn't work anymore. Clearly, yellow is more threatening than orange.
Orange, red.
This is yellow.
Red.
Yes, is that more threatening?
Yellow, orange, red. It's backwards going to yellow.
Wow. Color fight.
And now suddenly with 2 out in the 10th inning, the tying runs are aboard, and Ray Knight will be the batter. And that's going to be hit into center field, base hit. Here comes Carter to score, and the tying run is at third in Kevin Mitchell. And John McNamara goes to the mound. And he wants Bob Stanley to pitch to Mookie Wilson.
And I remember I said to the people in the truck, what happens if they tie the game? And they said, you get the hell out of there as fast as you possibly can.
2 out in the 10th, 5-4 Red Sox, 2-2 to Mookie Wilson. And it's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Mitchell to score the tying run. Oh, brother. So the winning run is at second base with 2 out, 3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
It was surreal. At this point, the cellophane comes off. They start backing the cameras out, and I'm watching over my shoulder as Wilson hits the ground ball through Buckner's legs. You have never seen so much equipment and so many people disappear from one place so fast. Before the Red Sox could come out of the visitors' dugout and down the tunnel and into the room, all traces of the preparation for a championship had been removed.
Braves have taken a 1-run lead. Schwellenbach goes back to work. First pitch, 93 cutter at the knees to the number 3 hitter low. It's 0-1. Hey, Razor Quack, how you been? The 0-1. Right there, splitter, 0-2. Braves 3, Nationals 2, top of the 6th, the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted into center field. Making the running catch is Michael the Hawk Harris. 75% of the world is covered by water. The rest by the Hawk. One away. I haven't had a chance to look. I'm planning on doing it at the break on where we are at as far as the weather that was threatening. And it looks like so far so good. Tomorrow and Thursday are supposed to be clear sailing. So if we can get this in, it's the first pitch on the way is a swing, chops it foul down the first base line. It's 0-1. How about they just call it right now? Braves win 3-2. We take it to the house. The 0-1 swing. Hits it on the ground over to Ozzie. He has been probably have fallen asleep over there. He hasn't had a lot of action. It's going to be a 4-3 put out. 2 down. Two away. He's usually very busy over there at second. We just haven't had a lot of action over there to the side. To that side, if it's gone to that side, it's pretty much gone to Olsen. First pitch on the way is a slider. It's 0-1. I was recording some of the stuff for today, or not for today, for much later in the year on this dates is the 0-1. That ball's going to get sliced into right field for a 2-out single, and the Nationals have the tying run aboard. But there was an interesting, I can't even remember the date because I record these things and then I chop them up later and put them together. That's when they really stand out to me. But there was a game where the first baseman in this game did not record a single out. First pitch on the way is a four-seam fastball. Off the plate, it's 1-0. I don't know how often that's happened, but that just seems incredibly rare. There were 16 pop-ups and 2 force outs at other bases, and the rest were strikeouts. The 1-0 pops it up high in the sky. Allen camps underneath it. He'll make the catch. So they get one on, but Schwellenbach has settled down. It's 3-2. We go to bottom 6. Let's get some insurance, Braves country. Ozuna leads us off.
Am I the only person that feels like they're being held hostage driving behind a school bus? Because, like, why, bro? I'm not following you to the school. Why are you holding me hostage back here? I can't even go around you because you got that big blinky stop signs, bro. Why? And, like, I get it. You got to pick up the crotch goblins, but, like, after this group, can you please pull to the side of the road and let the 9,342 cars that have accumulated over the last 3 bus stops pass you? They will literally burn rubber passing you. And seriously. And I know you're thinking, what about the kids? Let them walk. You know what I mean? It'll probably do the kids some good, though. You burn off some of that excess energy and probably act right in school. Who knows? Either way, it's a win-win. You get no buses on the routes and kids act better.
If one picture is worth 1,000 words, you have seen about 1,000,000 words. But more than that, you have seen an absolutely bizarre finish to Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. The Mets are not only alive, they are well, and they will play the Red Sox in Game 7 tomorrow.
2 days later, the Mets won the championship 8-5.
I wouldn't even watch the 7th game. I knew it was over, and it didn't even matter to me. Even if they'd won, somehow they had lost in '86. And my kids, however, who were then 7 and 8 years old, were big fans, and they were incomprehensible that I wasn't watching the game. So they, of course, were watching it, and I let them call into me only when the Red Sox were winning. Then, of course, by the 6th inning, when the Mets caught up, they were tied and losing, and so I didn't hear any more of it until the end. When they came in to tell me that the Red Sox had lost, I surprisingly started crying. I didn't expect to, because I thought I was preventing myself from caring about it. And these little kids said to me, Mom, it's all right. They'll win next year. And I remember thinking, oh my God, these kids don't know yet that they haven't won since 1918, and I can't tell them that. And I had this terrible feeling of wisdom that I did not want to impart to the kids.
Welcome back, Braves country. Brad Lord will go back out there for the 6th. Marcell Ozuna, first pitch, 94. Out wide, first strike, it's 0-1. Man, if Ozuna can get a hold of one of those. The 0-1. Slider misses, 1-1. Marcell Ozuna planted one last night. The 1-1 count. Swing! That ball's lifted down the left field line. If it's fair, it's gone. It just misses. 1-2. It took a left turn at Albuquerque. Marcell Ozuna's biggest fan is in the audience. I love it when they show that guy. It's funny, though, he dresses like Ozuna, kind of favors him, but he doesn't wear an Ozuna jersey. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. They need to get the man a jersey. I mean, come on. He's always got I think it's a Manny Pena Braves jersey. The 2-2, swung on, chops it, rolls it over to short. Abrams has it, high throw, but he had plenty of time to recover with Ozuna running down the line. One away. One down. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is a four-seam fastball. Kind of a check swing, swing. It's 0-1. Apologize, I thought we had it behind the plate. There you go. The 0-1. Swing, slices it foul. It's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, four-seam fastball, 97. Drake Baldwin just kind of gently slapped that out of play. Such a smooth swing. The 0-2 count. Swing, lifts it into right field, and that is going to get down for a base hit. Good piece of hitting by the Drake. He'll stay at first with with one out. Doesn't want to get caught at second and kill the rally. Good piece of hitting. He just went down there on a bender and just kind of roped it down the right field line.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
First pitch on the way to Ozzie. That's going to get through. There goes Ozzie. He rips it into right field. The Drake comes all the way around from second, heading to third. And man, it has been a long time. I couldn't even find the clip. Here we go.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
Good hard hit ball that he ropes. Into right field. I'm sure it's got to feel good for Ozzie. Brings his batting average up to 210. I mean, he has been going through it. Michael Harris II is your batter. Runners at the corners, one out. First pitch, swing, fouls it straight back, 95. Right up in his kitchen. It's 0-1. The 0-1, speed on the base paths, speed at the plate. Kicks and fires. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, high and out of the zone, 1-1. Yeah, I'm happy for Ozzie too, David. One of my favorite players that I've ever watched, covered, etc., but just going through it right now. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Of course, there's very few Braves players I don't have some kind of affection for. I mean, you watch these guys day in and day out, you pull for them. Even the ones that you might even think you might loathe, you still root for them. And those are few and far between. The 1-2, Swing, lifts it back, foul, will do it again. So a 1-2 count to Harris. A single and a walk. Runners on the corners, one out. The game right now is at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him to chase a 95-mile-an-hour fastball up above the letters off the plate. 2 down. 2 down, and Eli White, your batter. He's 0 for 1. He did walk, and he came around to score. High socks and all, he digs in from the right side. Righty, first pitch. Swing, rattles it back. It's 0-1. You'd love to see a base hit, anything here to double the lead up. The 0-1. 95 sinker inside, misses well inside. 1-1. One count. 95 misses. Up top. Inner cut. 2-1. Same two teams are back at it tomorrow night. 7:15 first pitch. Remember, Thursday is a getaway day at 12:15. The 2-1 brings it. Swing, hits it into center field. That bounces into center field, and the Drake's going to come home and score. A little white lightning makes it 4-2. The Book of Eli chopped it over the glove of Abrams. Man, that took a tough hop, and I know he's not known for his glove. He actually double tapped the ball, and I think that put a funny spin on it. As Eli White's bat came through the zone, you don't see it often, but he double tapped it and pulled it, and it had a funny top spin to it that when it kicked on the ground, it kicked away from Abrams' glove. So from the blind eye, if you're looking from above, you think he misplayed it, but it took a weird hop. A little good fortune there for Eli. It had a lot to do with that double tap. So Nick Allen, your batter, bottom of the order, runners on the corners, 2 outs. The 0-1 after the first pitch strike to Allen. Lord's going to flip it over there. Man, wouldn't you just love to see Ozzie steal home while he's over there dinking and dunking over to first base to keep him close by? Not sure what Ruiz was sending to his pitcher in the infield, but he got up and changed some signs. Usually that means that they're going with the signs of a guy on standing at second, but there is no one. The 0-1. Swing, fists it back. Foul, it's 0-2. Eli took off. He had that space stolen with ease. You would have liked to have seen Allen take that pitch, to be honest with you. He had a huge jump looking at the replay on the third monitor. That thing, he was gone. If Ozzie wasn't standing over there, he might have stole third. I mean, he had that big of a jump. So an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Allen down on strikes again. That'll end the inning. But up for your Atlanta Braves, push another one across. We got a 2-run lead. We go to 7. Leading by 2. Come on, Braves country.
The fact that there is a term for domestic housewife implies that there
I'm not feral. Okay?
The Minnesota Twins have a lot of fans, but it would be their biggest fan that would propel them to World Series victories in 1987 and 1991. Dick Erickson worked at the Metrodome from 1982 until he retired in 1995. In 2003, he admitted that he adjusted the ventilation system during the late inning of close games in an attempt to get baseballs to carry farther when the Twins were up to the plate. And that's not all. He also claimed the fans behind home plate were turned on when the Twins were on offense. So when did one of these incidents occur? Look no further than the 11th inning of Game 6 of the 1991 World Series. Kirby Puckett is up at the plate with the fans blowing out. Next thing you know, we're headed to Game 7. And don't think that other teams weren't suspicious. One manager went as far as to say there was a breeze blowing out when they were on defense and a breeze blowing in when they were on offense. In the 13 years he was employed by the Twins, they only had a losing record at home 3 times. Even crazier, the Twins were 8-0 at home and 0-6 on the road during their 2 World Series appearances in 1987 and 1991. So do you think the Twins were aided by the air conditioning and the fans during their 2 World Series runs? Or do you think the former superintendent was blowing things out of proportion?
It occurred to me that it was 11 years ago today. My buddy Jim came running out, hollering, "It's a boy, it's a boy." Tears running down his face. That's the last time we went to Thailand.
The moments of great personal failure or humiliation in baseball, Merkel's boner, Snodgrass's muff, Branca's pitch to Bobby Thompson. We all lose in our lives. We are fortunate enough not to have to lose in front of national television audiences. But inevitably, within a few years, there's a rehabilitation, and you feel sorry for him. Bill Buckner right now, people in Boston say, good old Bill, he did his best. They would have killed him that day. Well, it's nice that we're forgiving in that fashion.
Welcome back. First pitch, missed for a ball, 1-0 from Slider, and a 1-0 Slider gets it for a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. Welcome to the Country Club AY via Hillian. This is the 1-1, swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Schwellenbach at 88 pitches. Dylan Lee is warming up in the pen. So if you're looking at this, they would love to get him through 7. Is the 1-2 swing, comebacker right at Schwellenbach. How about that? L1, son, go sit down, 1 away. Good reflexes right there. Great reaction by Schwellenbach. A softer line drive back up the middle, but still needed good reflexes to snag that one. First pitch on the way. Catania is right there, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Cutter slaps the outer edge, 0-2. Schwellenbach definitely looks to be back in the form. I know he had a couple rocky spots here in the game, but all in all, he's pitched a heck of a ball game. The 0-2, just off the plate, 1-2. 1-2 count. Pitch is a 4-seam fastball. That was well off the plate. 2-2. Tania, the left-hander, swing, and just got a piece of it. Schwellenbach was so close on that one. By the way, he only has 3 strikeouts. And that's a little shocking, as well as he's pitched tonight. The 2-2, chopped back towards Schwelly. He's got it. He'll flip it to Olsen. 2 down. Two down, and that'll bring Jacob Young. First pitch. Swing, fouls it back. It's 0-1. Young. 1 for 2 on the day. He bangs that one over to short. Allen's got it. He'll flip it over to first. And 1, 2, 3. That's probably it for Schwellenbach. And what a great performance. He takes a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch. It's that time of game, Braves country.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. We out to the ball game. We out to the night. Find me some peanuts, Cracker Jack.
Welcome back. Alex Verdugo is going to lead us off here. First pitch on the way is a four-seamer on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Cole Henry, the right-hander, the pitcher. Swing and a miss, cutter. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count, righty-lefty. Standing on deck is Riley in the hole, Matt Olson. The 0-2. Inside, almost gets him with the cutter. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing, pops it up. Just a touch behind that one. It'll die in the glove of James Wood out there in left field. High, towering fly ball, one away. Out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. As Austin Riley digs in. We do have one final. Guardians blank the Brewers 2-0. That was an early start. I want to say 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like that. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. They were playing that on the MLB network when I was getting all the lineups together for the game. Wouldn't that be nice to have an early start like that? The 0-1 chopped it foul. It's 0-2. Other games in action right now. Tigers over the Red Sox 6-4 in the 7th. The Reds and the White Sox, I mentioned this earlier on X. I think it's pretty fitting, and maybe they planned it this way, that they announced that Shoeless Joe and Pete Rose are available to be voted into the Hall of Fame going forward as the 0-2 misses high, outside 1-2. On the day that a series begins in Cincinnati, with the White Sox versus the Reds. I mean, that's poetic justice. The 1-2 swing. Blatt, he's out. It's a strikeout. His bat went flying. I don't know if Riley, what was on his glove, man? Good Lord. That bat took off. He had no grip on that. That got all the way out. It passed Tui. And Tui standing deep of the third base box. First pitch to Olsen is a curveball. Up top, it's 0-1. Yeah, for them to announce that today when the White Sox and Reds are playing each other, that's pretty cool. Can you imagine, as the 0-1 high and inside, 1-1. Can you imagine what Cooperstown is going to be like when those two are put into the Hall of Fame? The 1-1. Swing, fouls it back. It's 1-2. I almost would say you need to have a separate ceremony for these. Because the legions of fans are going to come for Pete Rose, and you're still going to have a lot of fans that understand how wronged Shoeless Joe was, and just the White Sox fans is the 1-2, inside 2-2. And unfortunately, not only has he long gone, but all the fans that saw him are gone. But man, that place is going to be absolute zoo. The 2-2 to Olsen, down and in 3-2. Full count to Matt Olson. I don't know if y'all have ever been to Cooperstown, but definitely put it on your bucket list. It's worth it. The full count. Caught looking, strike 3. Curveball. That thing looked like it was bending off the plate, and it took a turn right there at the traffic light and slammed right into the strike zone. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country. Braves lead it by 2.
All right, Carter, you got 25-87.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
I saw a post on Facebook just now that said, go laugh in the places that you've cried. So I'm sitting here in the parking lot of a Shell station, and I'm realizing that life may be chewing me up and me out, but I am built like a piece of corn, and I will persevere.
I'm 36 years old, I've got flabby arm and pelican neck, and all my house plants are dead, and no one loves me. But what difference does that make anyway? Because everything in my life sucks.
In 1985, Carlton Fisk, still one of the premier catchers in the game, became a free agent. He strangely received only one offer and eventually re-signed with Chicago. In 1987, Andre Dawson, the Montreal Expos star slugger, tried free agency too. No one wanted him. Jack Morris, the winningest pitcher in baseball during the 80s, filed for free agency that same year. He received no offers and was forced to re-sign with the Tigers.
The owners got together in 1985 and decided to form a conspiracy under which they would break the free agent market by agreeing that no team would ever make an offer to a free agent. It was in violation of their contractual commitment. All 26 owners had signed a contract which said no club shall act in concert with any other club with respect to free agents. And they formed a conspiracy, and it included all 26 owners, general managers, club officials, 3 league presidents, several commissioners. All had to be involved and were involved in violating their contractual commitment. And it worked.
Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more. Dylan Lee's on to face C.J. Abrams to start off the top of the 8th inning. First pitch is a 4-seam fastball, about letter high. It's 0-1. The 0-1 kicks and fires. That 4-seamer misses off the plate. 1-1. Let me clean up this screen. That is ridiculous. You're supposed to clean itself up, but man, that looked like you were playing some kind of carnival game. The 1-1 count. Slider misses down and away, 2-1. Lefty, lefty. Swing and a miss. Slider. 2-2. The 2-2. Brings it. Swing, chops it off the plate. Market saying we need 15 more to do the next emoji, but that's without losing any of the temporary ones. The 2-2 down and away. He got a strike there. Called strike 3. Have to see that from the side. Oh yeah, he looked like he went around from the front. Let's see the side. Yeah, he definitely offered at it. 1 down. C.J. Abrams didn't put up much of an argument. He was probably like, man, I don't want to see that slider again. I'll take my chances next time. First pitch on the way to James Wood. Got to be careful here. He's another home run hitter from the left side. Pitch misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Lifted. High. Lifted. Deep. Lifted to the track. Making the catch at the wall is Michael Harris. It wasn't hit hard per se, but it was hit long and a high, deep fly ball. My word. That kid has got some power. Because when that came off the bat, it didn't look like much. If the wind's blowing out at all, it's a one-run game. First pitch on the way, 97. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. Low the batter, lefty, lefty. Lee comes set, brings it. Swing and a miss, 0-2. You don't see many teams nowadays put 3 left-handers consecutively in a starting lineup, especially at the top. That's what the Nationals did. And these are 3 of their better batters, so you're not going to pinch hit for them. Just odd they don't mix in a right-hander somewhere. The 0-2 in the dirt 1 and 2. I mean, Ruiz is a very good right-handed hitter. I know Dylan Cruz, eventually they plan to have him up in the middle of the order. See who we got coming into the... Is the 1-2 in the dirt? 2 and 2. See who we have coming into the Country Club via Mr. James Hagan. Just always have to go to the actual YouTube app, so it takes me a second. Let's see. Here we go. Grateful, the DH is the 2-2. Swing, lifts it high and deep into left field. That should end the inning. It will. Verdugo's underneath it. We'll be back in a flash. We'll introduce you to the new Country members via King James Hagan when we return, bottom of the 8th. That's usually our inning, guys.
It's just a long string of very bad luck. And I don't know what kind of carnage I inflicted in a past life to deserve it. It must have been Dracula or a spin instructor.
They make jokes about you drinking, like I make jokes about Ed. Can I?
That's may I.
May, excuse me.
You were dangling a participle, and I just wanted to...
Well, I'll wear a long coat and nobody will notice it.
So you mean to tell me that I'm nobody's TikTok crush? Whatever, I don't care.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play by Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines, react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
Over a period of 3 years, 1985, 6, and 7, and possibly into 1988, they managed to have a airtight conspiracy.
The union took the case to arbitrators, and after thousands of hours of testimony, Major League Baseball was found guilty of collusion. The conspiracy was broken, and the owners had to pay the players $280 million in lost wages.
Braves Country Radio, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Now, I've got a question if we get up there, because it looks like we're going to get up there thanks to James giving out the country club memberships. What would you want the Drake emoji to be? Would you want it to be like the rapper, or do you want it to be like a duck, which is technically what a Drake is? I'll ask Mark since he's been asking about it. First pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna's rifle back foul. It's 0-1. I guess we always use the clip from Seinfeld, so I guess I could do a Seinfeld type emoji, but I don't know if that really fits. Righty-righty matchup. Lopez, the pitcher. We saw him last night. The 0-1. Swing lifted. High and deep into left field. That's going to bend. Foul into the seats. 0-2. Is that what y'all want, is a mallard duck? Mallard type? Okay. It seems like that's the... Well, Drake is technically a male duck. That's why I'm asking that. The 0-2 chops it foul. We do it again. No 2 count. I don't know if we'll see him tonight, but we changed the emoji for eyeglasses. I took a picture of him wearing 3D glasses as his new emojis. The 0-2 pitch, lifted into right field. Will that stay fair? It's bending. It's going to go foul, bounce up against the screening down the right field line. Well, I figured nobody wanted the rapper. I don't follow it, but I don't think he's very popular. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Kal-El. The 0-2. Just misses slider 1-2. Nothing else. Ozuna working the count a little bit. That was the 5th pitch. This will be number 6. 1-2 count. Righty-righty. They set up outside. Pitch, swing. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. It's going on a heavy diet of that slider. The 1-2. Whoa, hey, high inside. Ozuna ducks. Speaking of ducks. That thing barely missed him. Two count. Pitch on the way, in the dirt. Did he go around? They're going to say he did. And Ozuna, cement feet. He's not going to try to run down to first. One away. It would have been really, really difficult for him to get down there anyways, even if he shot out the moment that pitch missed. I mean, the moment the pitch hit the dirt and kicked away. But there was no shot once he gives the catcher a chance to jump to his feet. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is 97 at the knees. Oh, and 1. 0-1. Swing, rifles it back, foul, forcing fastball. Drake Baldwin hit a 2-run home run. Barely got over the wall, but it was good enough to tie the game at the time, 2-2. The 0-2. Misses outside. Tried to go with that knuckle curve, 2-2. Two count. Brings it. Swing. Change up. Fouls it back. Behind home plate. The 1-2. Chops it foul. Just got a piece of it. One-two count. Righty-lefty matchup, one down. The 1-2. Swing! That ball's ripped into right field, off the wall. That's going to get down. It's going to die at the wall right there in that corner, and the Drake comes through again. I mean, at this point, it's hard to argue against what the guy was saying the other day, as the Drake talking about
you don't like the Drake.
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
The idea of putting Sean Murphy on the trade block, I just don't think it's ever going to happen. But it's hard to argue against it right now. Get him more at bats, and then you just get someone else, like a veteran, to come in and catch one, maybe 2 days a week. First pitch on the way up, top to Ozzie Albies is 0-1. Maybe we can trade Sean Murphy to the Boston Red Sox for their headache that is Rafael Devers. The 0-1. Swing, rips it foul. It's 0-2. You just deal with the fact that Ozuna's not going to play very good left field. You stick him out in left field. You let Devers DH, and now you got an offense. The 0-2. Did he go around? Pitch went up top. He did not. Ozzie lost his balance, fading towards the first base dugout. The 1-2. Just got a piece of that knuckle curve. I think it got a piece of Hebert Ruiz. Oh, no, it was the bat that got a piece of Hebert Ruiz. He moved up during the follow-through. Ozzie checked on him. That's really Ruiz's fault. I don't know if he thought that ball was catchable, but Ozzie chopped it down the line. The 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Good take by Oz. Runner at second. Could be a big insurance run. You'd love to get a couple runs and not even have to flirt with the idea of using your closer. The 2-2. Comes set. Brings it. Swing, chops it foul. So you got a 2-2 count, bottom of the 8th. Runners at second with one out. By the way, this will be Lopez's 21st pitch of the inning. He brings it. Swing, just taps it into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Here comes Drake flying around, and that throw is well up the line, and the Drake is knocked in by the Wiz.
I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz, and nobody beats me.
A one-out single, and that, for the first time in a long time, was smart baseball. Swing by Ozzie Albies. He didn't try to do too much. The pitch was on the outside, and he knew if he just got a piece of it, he could knock it over the defense. Lopez can't believe it because that was a very soft seeing-eye single, but that's the kind of stuff that gets you on base. That's the kind of stuff that gets you an opportunity to put the ball in play as they flip it over to first. Pitches. The throw is well behind the runner. Michael Harris the second. Braves have a chance to really break this one open with one swing here. Ruiz goes out there to talk to Lopez for a second. Runner at first. One out. There's only 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. You better get rid of it. Here he comes. They're going to do a pitch out, 96. No dice. The 1-0. Swing, chops it over towards short. It's going to be a 6, 4, 3. Attempt at a double play, but Michael Harris was busting it down the line. He'll beat the throw. It'll be a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice, and that'll bring Eli White to the plate. First pitch to Eli. Sinker in. 1-0. The 1-0. Flip it over there to keep him close by. One-0 count. Inside. Did that get him? That got him. And Eli White will head down to first. Got him in the top of the left shoulder. He appears to be okay. Actually got him in the back. Eli, tell him you're fine. They'll put you on the IL for 6 months if you don't. Dave Martinez is going to come out and pull his pitcher, Lopez. We got 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 8th we go. The Braves lead this one by 3. Looking to break it wide open.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
On this date in 1884, umpire Van Court infuriates the visiting Detroit Wolverines when he calls their batter out on a 3rd strike foul tip in a National League contest at the South End's grounds. Mike Hines, the Bean Eaters backstop, clearly did not catch the strike 3 because the ball became wedged in his catcher's mask. On this date in 1910, issuing just 1 walk, which spoils his bid for a perfect game, Philadelphia Athletics right-hander Chief Bender throws a 4-0 no-hitter at Shibe Park against the Cleveland Naps. The home plate umpire, Bill Dineen, who tossed a no-hit game against the White Sox playing with the Pilgrims in 1905, making him the only person in big league history to both throw a no-hitter and call one as an umpire. And on this date in 1915, talking about time flies when you're having fun, Chicago White Sox hurler Red Faber hurls only 67 pitches in his complete game victory over the Washington Senators. The future Hall of Fame right-hander keeps his pitch count down by needing to just throw 3 pitches to retire the side in order in both the 3rd and the 5th inning. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back. Nick Allen will be your batter. Rzicki, the right-hander, stands in. First pitch on the way to Allen is swung on and chopped back behind home plate. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires. Whoa! Hey, high inside. 94 miles an hour. One count. They're going to flip it over to second, trying to catch Harris napping. He was well under the tag. It was a high throw. The 1-1 pitch. 94 four-seamer misses to him. Two-one count. Brings it. 3-1. So a 3-1 count here. Pitch to Allen. Fisted inside, back behind home plate, 3-2. He chased that one well off inside. You'd have liked to have seen him hold off on that pitch. That pitch was definitely ball 4, and that wasn't even going to be an argument. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, chased it, strike 3. That'll end the inning. Man, really missed a golden opportunity there. We'll head to the top of the 9th, leading by 3. We'll see if they put eyeglasses back out there. They've used them a lot recently. We'll be back in a flash.
Can't wait to hear future generations give their children advice like, son, if something sounds too Gucci to be trill, it's probably cap. Dead ass.
I'm resilient. I'm strong. I'm powerful. I have head trauma. We're good.
Ever thought of getting a partner again? Oh, no, no. I tried Linda Lovelace, but she said she had it up to here.
I didn't know that.
She didn't want to be with me.
She just got divorced this week. Did you know that?
Oh, I want to wish her or whoever gets her a lot of luck.
Inside smells like up dog.
Inside smells like up dog?
Yeah.
What's up dog?
Not much.
What's...
Most people have not fully understood what that collusive effort meant. That it was an agreement not to improve your team. It was an agreement that no matter how important these free agents are, superstars available to improve your team, to fill in holes on a team that could otherwise be a pennant contender, it was an agreement you will not, under any circumstances, make an offer to a free agent no matter how good he is. And that is really a conspiracy to fix the pennant race. And I think that in terms of scandalous proportions, that collusive conspiracy really was far worse than what is generally conceded to be the worst scandal, the Black Sox scandal, involving 8 players. This involved all 26 owners and all their officials, and not for one series, but for 3 consecutive and possibly 4 years.
Thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing to Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. It's going to be Pierce Johnson to close this one out. First pitch on the way is a curveball up top, misses high. It's 1-0. Pierce has closing experience. Closed quite a few games with the Rockies before he was traded to the Braves. The 1-0. Right there at the knees, 1-1. One count. Brings it. Swing. Rips it. Line drive into the glove of Mr. Ozzie Albies. One away. L4 in your scorecard. One down. Rosario, the batter, is 2 for 3. Right there, curveball first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Lifts it high and out of play. 0-2. Oh-2 count. Comes set. High and out of the zone. 1-2. Tried to get a chase a four-seam fastball. Rosario's 2 for 3 on the day. Told you, he always gives really good at bats. The 1-2, swing, chops it over to Riley. Riley has it. He'll fire it to first. A line drive right to Olsen. 5-3 in your scorecard. The Braves are 1 out away from getting back to 500. First pitch on the way to the left-handed bat of Bell is right there for a curveball strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 chops it foul. 0-2. So an 0-2 count, and those of y'all who've been talking about this is why you come to Braves Country. I've been working on this since we were talking about for 2 innings. The 0-2 swing, that ball's ripped into right field, down for a base hit. Eli's going to cut it off before he gets to the wall, so it'll be a long single for the Nationals. If you refresh your screen, you're going to see what we can put in there now. See if I can find it. There it is. First pitch on the way from Pierce Johnson is a four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour. It's 0-1. That is the Drake. Found a duck inside, and I put it inside a TV, and then on top of that, I put a little Braves cap. I don't know if you can make out all that in that little emoji. Is the 0-1's right there, first strike, it's 0-2. So that'll stay there until, we trade them away or lose them to the Dodgers in free agency. The 0-2 count. Curveball. Almost went for it. 1-2. Hopefully y'all can make that out on your phones, but that's a mallard duck with the Braves ball cap sitting on top of his head inside a television. The 1-2. In the dirt, that ball gets away. Bell will easily move up to second base. He was in motion anyways, so he was going to be up there with defensive indifference. He's very slow. But eventually, I was noticing it on the little monitor screen. He was inching his way. He's like, oh, hell, I might as well take second base. That ball just happened to be in the dirt. Anyone with real speed standing on third. The 2-2. Good block, but a curveball in the dirt. And now Pierce Johnson's in danger of walking the tying run to the plate. So it's time to buckle it down here, Pierce. You got a full count. Runner at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Caught, looking strike 3. 96 up top. You know what? That's fitting. That pitch was out of the zone. It was a trash call. He's been doing that all night. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. Schwellenbach pitched a really good game. But with the emoji in play and everything else being equal, 3-hit night. That doesn't happen often in Braves country. We're going to give the game ball to the Drake. The Drake is good. The Drake gets the game ball. He goes 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs and a home run. Braves win it 5-2, and for the first time since opening day, sitting at 40-40, your Atlanta Braves are at 500. We have a chance to go over 500 tomorrow night. And that's not nothing. Tomorrow night, 7:15 first pitch. Your Atlanta Braves will send Bryce Elder to the mound. That puts a lot of confidence in that. But sends Bryce Elder to the mound versus Parker. Parker first versus Elder. It's going to be dicey, but Elder has given us some really good starts recently. A.J. Smith-Shawver's on the bump on Thursday. We've got a real chance to get win number 3 in this series and have a chance to go for the sweep on Thursday. But we got to get the first one out of the way. Hopefully Elder goes out and pitches as well as he has recently. And the Braves take care of business. They win it 5-2. We're at 500 again, y'all. Got to be up again early tomorrow for the day gig, but we will bring the post-game show back tomorrow night, win, lose, or draw in that game. Y'all have a great night. Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
It is the American game. That's just what it is. And actually, I can feel like I'm 15 when I'm talking baseball. I'm watching baseball. This is it. It does this. It can do this to any. It brings you back.
To the